Now we'll discuss about the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is seen in the primates. The primates like human, monkey, ape, etc. The primates are human, monkey, ape, etc. The menstrual cycle is the cyclic discharge of blood, mucus, tissue debris, unfertilized ovum, prostaglandins, fibrinolysin, and certain other substances from the uterus at an interval of 28 days, or it is the cyclic discharge of blood, mucus, tissue debris, unfertilized ovum, prostaglandins, fibrinolysin, and other substances from the uterus at an average interval of 28 days, or it is always called lunar month, the process of menstruation. In human female, the menstrual cycle starts at the age of 12 to 13 years, called menarche, and the cessation of menstruation occurs, or the stoppage of menstruation occurs, at the 45 to 50 years, called menopause. Starts at the 12 to 13 years, called the menarche, and stops at 45 to 50 years, called the menopause. The menstrual cycle having the following phases. These are menstrual or bleeding phase. It lasts up to 5 days. Second is the proliferative phase. It lasts from 6 to 13 days. Third is the ovulatory phase. On 14th days, ovulation takes place. And last is the secretory or luteal phase, 15th to 28th days. So there are 4 phases of menstrual cycle. These are menstrual or bleeding phase. Second is the proliferative phase. Third is the ovulatory phase, and fourth is the secretory phase. Before we study the menstrual cycle, we have to know the hormonal control of oogenesis, or the role of hormones. The hypothalamus is the supreme commander of body, produces gonadotropin releasing hormone. The hypothalamus produces gonadotropin releasing hormone. This hormone passes to anterior pituitary gland, which secretes 2 hormones. These are luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. Clear? The hypothalamus produces gonadotropin releasing hormone that passes to anterior pituitary through the hypophyseal portal system. On getting the stimulus, anterior pituitary produces luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. The follicle stimulating hormone is responsible for follicular growth. That is, new Graafian follicle is developed by the stimulus of follicle stimulating hormone. The follicular growth, a new Graafian follicle is developed, and the granulosa cells of the Graafian follicle secretes estrogen hormone. The estrogen hormone is responsible for development of reproductive tract. It is responsible for development of reproductive tract, that is mostly the oviduct and uterus. On the other hand, the LH, luteinizing hormone, results the ovulation. Ovulation means release of ovum, mostly secondary oocyte, from the mature Graafian follicle. It takes place on the 14th day of menstrual cycle. Clear? The luteinizing hormone is responsible for the ovulation. Ovulation means release of egg from the Graafian follicle, which takes place in the 14th day of menstrual cycle. After ovulation, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle converts into corpus luteum. Yellowish fluid called the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum acts as a temporary endocrine gland. It acts as temporary endocrine gland and produces progesterone, large amount and little amount estrogen. Large amount progesterone and little amount estrogen. The thicker cells of Graafian follicle also produce some androgen. The progesterone is responsible for the development of the fetus, so it is otherwise called pregnancy hormone. The estrogen helps in the development of reproductive tract. Clear? The anterior pituitary produces LH and FSH. The FSH is responsible for the growth of follicles, that is new follicle developed in the presence of FSH. Inside the follicle, the granulosa cells are present which produce estrogen. The estrogen is responsible for the development of reproductive tract. The luteinizing hormone results ovulation. Ovulation means the release of ovum or mostly the secondary oocyte from the Graafian follicle. It takes place on the 14th day of menstrual cycle. After ovulation, the remaining part of Graafian follicle converts into yellowish fluid called the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum acts as a temporary endocrine gland and produces progesterone, estrogen and some androgen. The androgen is produced by the theca cells. The process of oogenesis. In the process of oogenesis, these hormones control, that is gonadotropin releasing hormone, LH and FSH. These hormones regulate the process of oogenesis. Here the progesterone hormone and estrogen hormone stimulates the hypothalamus. These hormones stimulates the hypothalamus or anterior pituitary to stop the or reduce the secretion of gonadotropin releasing hormone or LH and FSH. Thus, it is a negative feedback system. But the estrogen sometimes stimulate the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary to produce the hormone. So the progesterone shows only negative feedback control, whereas the estrogen shows both positive and negative feedback system. Now we'll study the different phases of menstrual cycle. The first phase is the bleeding phase. The first phase is the bleeding phase. Bleeding phase or menstrual phase. It is the beginning of menstruation. It is the beginning of menstruation, otherwise known as funeral of unfertilized egg. Funeral of unfertilized egg, because in this phase the unfertilized egg is released out through the vaginal meatus or aperture. It is the beginning of the menstruation, also known as funeral of unfertilized egg. It occurs due to lack of or reduced amount of progesterone hormone, estrogen hormone, gonadotropin releasing hormone. Clear? It occurs due to lack of progesterone, estrogen and gonadotropin releasing hormone, and due to constriction of spiral arteries. Constriction of spiral arteries. The endometrium is provided by spiral arteries. The spiral arteries constricted. The spiral artery constricted by the presence of prostaglandin. By the presence of prostaglandin, the spiral artery constricts. So bleeding phase, it lasts up to 3 to 5th days. It lasts up to 3 to 5 days. It is otherwise known as funeral of unfertilized egg. It occurs due to lack of progesterone, estrogen and gonadotropin releasing hormone. Here, in the presence of prostaglandin, the spiral artery constricted, which supplies blood to the superficial 2/3 part of endometrium. The spiral artery supplies blood to the superficial part of endometrium. Here there is local necrosis. There is local necrosis. Necrosis means destruction or death area found in the endometrium. There is local necrosis of living tissues and breakdown of endometrial tissues. Endometrial tissues. There is local necrosis and breakdown of endometrial tissues. Here the mucosa lining of fallopian tube and vagina becomes thin. The mucosa lining of endometrium, vagina and the fallopian tube becomes thin. Hence the necrotic tissue, blood and mucus are shed over the course of menstrual phase. Clear? The necrotic tissue, blood and mucus are shed over the course of menstrual phase. The lack of menstruation is one of the indication of pregnancy. The lack of menstruation is one of the indication of pregnancy. The second stage is the proliferative phase. The second stage is the proliferative or post-menstrual phase. Post-menstrual phase. Second phase is the proliferative or post-menstrual phase. It extends about 6th to 13th day. After the bleeding phase, the growth of endometrium takes place. It extends from end of menstrual phase to ovulatory phase. Here, growth and development of Graafian follicle occurs. growth and development of Graafian follicle occurs by the presence of FSH. By the presence of FSH. In human, only one Graafian follicle develops. One Graafian follicle develops and matures in each cycle. And causes the atresia of the rest. Clear? In this period, a number of follicles develop, but only one Graafian follicle in each cycle matures and others are lost. That is called follicular atresia. Estrogen level also increases. Estrogen level also increase and becomes maximum before the ovulatory period. Uterine endometrium. The endometrium gradually undergoes cellular proliferation. Means there is growth of endometrium and the endometrium reaches the maximum size in the proliferative phase. The LS level also increases. The LS level also increases in this period. So in the proliferative phase, a new follicle develops by the presence of FSH. Estrogen level also increase. And LS level also increased in this period. Third phase is the ovulatory phase. In the ovulatory phase, the FSH and LH attains the peak level in this period. That is on 14th day of menstrual cycle, ovulation occurs. Ovulation means the release of ovum from the Graafian follicle. The release of ovum from the Graafian follicle. Here, high estrogen level and LH level, high estrogen and LH causes the corona cell elongates and the attachment of corona cell with the estrogen or the outer cells is weakens, so there is ovulation occurs. Means the secondary oocyte is attached with the outer cells by a group of cells called the cumulus oophorus. In the presence of high amount of estrogen and LH, the corona cells elongates and the attachment is weakens, so that the secondary oocyte is released out from the Graafian follicle and the process is called ovulation. In this period, the LH becomes highest amount and it's called LH surge. The ovum is viable only 72 hours. Last phase is the luteal phase or secretory phase. That lasts from 15 to 28 days. After ovulation, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle means the theca externa, theca interna, membrane granulosa, the antrum with liquor folliculi, all are the remaining part of Graafian follicle converts into yellowish fluid called the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum produces high amount of progesterone, otherwise called pregnancy hormone. Pregnancy hormone means it is responsible for the development of the fetus. It produces high amount of progesterone. Besides progesterone, it also produces some estrogen and androgen also. Clear? The remaining part of Graafian follicle converts into yellowish fluid called the corpus luteum. The corpus luteum produces progesterone hormone, estrogen and some androgen also. The progesterone maintains the uterine endometrium and prepares it for implantation. It maintains the uterine endometrium that is responsible for implantation. Implantation means attachment of blastocyst in the endometrium. In this period, the thickness of uterine endometrium increases many folds due to proliferation. Due to proliferation, the endometrium thickens. Endometrium thickens, or the thickness of endometrium is increases. If there is fertilization, then corpus luteum grows. Corpus luteum grows further and pregnancy continued and menstrual cycle stop. If fertilization occurs, the corpus luteum converts into, or it is otherwise known as corpus luteum of pregnancy. Corpus luteum of pregnancy. It remains inside the ovary and produce hormones, that is progesterone, that maintains the entire fetal growth. If fertilization not takes place, if no fertilization occurs, then the corpus luteum of menstruation occurs. Corpus luteum of menstruation occurs, that is the corpus luteum degenerates. The corpus luteum degenerates so that there is no formation of progesterone. The progesterone hormone also not formed. In the absence of fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerates, that is called corpus luteum of menstruation, and this disintegration of endometrium leading to menstruation. The corpus luteum of menstruation that leads to menstrual flow, leaving a scar on the ovary called corpus albicans. Clear? The luteal secretory phase. Here the remaining part of the Graafian follicle produces corpus luteum. The corpus luteum produces progesterone hormone, otherwise called pregnancy hormone, responsible for the development of the fetus. The progesterone hormone also prepare the endometrium for implantation of the blastocyst. In the presence of progesterone, the thickness of the endometrium also increases. If fertilization occurs, the corpus luteum of pregnancy is formed, which remains inside the ovary for the gestation period and produce progesterone, that is essential for the maintaining of the fetal growth. If fertilization doesn't occur, then the egg is lost and the corpus luteum of menstruation occurs, that is the degenerated corpus luteum, unfertilized ovum, other cellular debris are released out through the vaginal aperture by the process called menstruation and leaving a white scar on the ovary called the corpus albicans. Okay, this is all about the process of menstruation and the hormonal control of menstrual cycle. Thank you.